Hi, I'm Sonia with S. Curtis Properties in Los Angeles, California. And I just wanted to share a little lesson I learned on why realtors can't really be outsourced. I know before I became a licensed broker or realtor before that, I didn't understand the value in working with a realtor. I didn't understand why they got these commissions, and I thought anybody can go find a house. Well, that's true, especially nowadays with all of the online resources. Buyers, anybody can find a house. That's not hard. That's not really what our service is about. For example, I was helping a buyer who had just relocated from Northern California. He had narrowed in on Torrance as his area where he was going to live because he worked near there. And he rented for a while to get the lay of the land and really decide which part of Torrance he wanted, which was great wisdom. I would recommend that for anybody looking into moving into a new area. And then once we were ready to go forward with putting in offers on properties that he liked, I created a search for him on the MLS, which is one of the tools we have as realtors. But we put a few offers out in a few places and got outbid because it's still been a seller's market in the Los Angeles and surrounding areas. It's been, it's mostly just because of inventory is still so low, which I'll do a teaching on that on another day. So because inventory is so low and there are so many buyers coming into the market with the lower interest rates coupled with the high rent rates, more and more people were converted from renters to buyers and taking advantage of the low interest rates and being able to buy a house or a condo that would be maybe only a few $100s a month, or minimally different from their rent payment, and in some cases less than their rent payment. So anyways, we found the property that we liked. We finally got our offer accepted. We had to be very aggressive with terms, and I'm going to do another teaching on that, but we got his offer accepted. And based on the photos on the MLS and him going to the open house, and he works in construction, so I wasn't too worried about his opinion on the shape of the house, but he did mention it was a fixer, so he didn't want to offer like an extremely aggressive price because he saw that it was going to need work. Now, from the photos online, from what I saw, it looked great. And I was looking at the comps and looking at the photos. I said, no, I think you're going to be fine. Okay. One of the things I do, this is what sets you apart when you need someone that can actually show up on the property with you and walk through the property, who's an expert. So once I did inspection with him, which we ordered immediately, we got in within 2 days of escrow. I walked through that property. I was like, oh no, there were squishy floors, even though it was brand new floor, brand new vinyl plank flooring. The subfloor was bad. Underneath, the floors were squishy in areas. So I was like, red flag. Then I looked in the closets. I looked up at the vents. We looked all around, and I smelled a musty smell. And then I noticed a discoloration in the paint on certain areas in the wall, which I think there's a leak. So I asked, and it was verified, yes, there was a roof leak at some point. They replaced the roof. But then I was looking at the roof going, okay, there's no eaves, there's no rain gutters. And the way that the roof was laid, even though it was new roofing, it wasn't done properly. So there were several issues in this house that would have gone unnoticed had you not had an expert with you walking through with their own eyes, nose, ears. I was walking through, I could hear that, I could feel the squishiness in the floor that you would not see online. So that's why we can't really be replaced, and the thing is, you want to work with an expert, because even in the seller's market, I was able to negotiate some great credits for my buyer because the house presented one way, and we did give him a good offer, but there were so many problems, and some of these were safety items. So even in a seller's market, we were able to negotiate some credits and repairs for him. You can't always do that. It depends on how many buyers are lining up to buy the place. If you have 5 buyers behind you and your backup offers, and you're the first one that got your offer accepted, you might not be able to ask for too many credits, if any at all, because the other side may say, no, tough, take it or leave it. We've got other buyers, so it's a tough situation as a buyer these days, but I am so grateful that I knew what to look out for. And that just comes from doing real estate for 16 years. And I go to all my inspections, and I listen and I watch and I learn. And I have my own house that turned out to be a fixer-upper. So I've done a ton of repairs on my house. And I watch the plumbers and I watch the electricians and I watch the people installing flooring, and I ask questions, and I really am fascinated, and I want to know as much as I can because I want to help you. So anyways, a good realtor is worth their salt, so to speak, because also, the amount of money that I negotiated in credits was almost double of my commission. So there you have it. You may argue that realtors get too much money. I can tell you in that deal, I definitely earned my keep and then some. And the same thing, even when I was representing my seller. I'm going to do a second live for that, for a second topic on being a seller in today's market. Okay, that's all I had to share today. Why realtors and brokers cannot be replaced, at least not good ones, not good experts in real estate, cannot be replaced just by a robot.